notice?
No. Besides, they own everything, so it doesn't matter.
We back. Watch out, John. Whew. Had to go steal a chair from the other B&B. Real criminal shit. Who's up in here right now? Hold on. Okay. Phil, what's wrong with you, dog? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Hopefully that comment means something else than what I think. Philip. You sicko. What's up though, Phil? How you living, bro? How you living, bro? How's running going in the cold? Cause I know it's cold out there. Bro, while you're the only person in the chat, let me tell you, this drink is 13%. This drink's stronger than a motherfucker, bro. I didn't know it was this strong when I got it. I thought it was sweet. Last meal before the race? You race tomorrow? Dang, I'm tripping. It's 70? Hold on, bro. Where are you at right now? It's wine, but I didn't know it was. I thought I was getting sweet. Cause usually like the pink drinks be sweet.
Oh, that's not sweet?
Nah, it's not sweet at all, and it's strong.
If you mix it with the tea in there, it'll be good.
That's possible. But it's pretty strong though. Wait, Phil, where you at, bro? I feel hella off as far as time goes. Time really does fly. Also, I'm in the same building but in a different room. So I don't know how the Wi-Fi works up in here. If you hear me like cutting up or something, just let me know so I can disconnect from it. But if it feels like it's working decently, so just let me know if I start glitching out or something. But it's 70 in Plano, bro? What? It was like 30 last week, wasn't it, bro? I swear it was cold last week or the week before that. That's the crazy thing about Texas, bro. Weather be bipolar than a mug, bro.
Bro, I'm becoming ESL. I put having these skill set.
These instead of this?
Yes.
I mean, you could just say skill sets with an S.
I know, but I was like,
Yeah, you was hurting last week. Now you complaining about it being 70, or is that good for you? I feel like 70 a little. It's not hot, but if I was running a long race, I'd be like, oh, I wish it was 60 or 50. I think they say 50. I think they used to low 50s. I think they said low 50s was like the best conditions for a long race. It's like you chilly so you don't overheat, but it's not cold and it's not hot. So you know what it is? It's this shelf is just higher than the other one. Cause even in this chair, this thing is higher. Like, but it's not too bad. All right, so what's the goal for tomorrow, bro? Even though we just talked about how you don't take sports seriously if it's not like really being competitive, what you trying to do? What you trying to do tomorrow, bro? So when I hit you up, I could be like, "Yo, did this happen?" 23-minute PR. Are you? Hold on, bro. Yeah, I'm. Clearly, I've been being a horrible friend, and I'm not paying attention. Is this a 5K? For some reason, I thought you was running longer than that. I need all the details, bro. Cause 1 minute PR. So it is a 5K. Oh, okay. For some reason, in my head, I was thinking half marathon or something. Oh yeah, 70. That's perfect weather for a 5K. 5Ks are long, but they're not ultra long, like a half marathon or even like a 10K. I had to run a 10K a couple times in college. Boy, that shit is long, bro. Like 10Ks suck, bro. 8Ks, 10Ks, they're trash, bro. Like as far as like racing, because when I used to run, like we'll do like 10 to 13-ish miles sometimes on Sundays. Long, easy runs, but still, it's so long that you can kind of say like, I'm gonna go in complete cruise control because the shit is just far, bro. Like, there's no point in trying to run hard right now. I got a long way to go. 5K, you can actually like push it a little bit because you're like, bro. At least back then when I was in that kind of shape, you're running between 14 and 20 minutes. So it's like, this really ain't that long. Even at 23 minutes, 25 minutes, it's not that long. Like, you can put a little bit of pace on it. But a 10K, bro, that's like no man's land, bro. It's like, I don't want to run hard because this is far. But it ain't far enough to where you can just be chilling. Like, you actually need to run hard because it's only 10K. Yeah, exactly, bro. You can zone out so bad. That's what I'm saying, bro. We used Coach Keys to put us on like a 13-mile run, and I just take off like literally. It's almost race walking. I'll start trotting. I'll be like, bro, I am not running until because we will go out basically 6.5 or 7 and come back. I'll be like, I'm not running until I'm coming back. I'm not putting no effort on the way out and getting tired before I even turn around. Nah, it's a blink even to me, a non-real runner. Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, 5K is just it's long enough to suck. Pause. Pause. It's long enough that it's not fun, but it's not. It's not. It's not long enough to like zone out. Man, that was a bad one. Hopefully nobody heard that. Hopefully no one was recording me. That was hilarious. Also, I forgot today was Friday. I got kind of distracted this week. I had some extra stuff to do. and I never do lives on Friday, so I kind of don't expect anybody to be up in here. So I'll chill up in here for a little bit longer than usual. But if nobody shows up, I'll be like, that's my fault because I didn't tell nobody I was gonna do a live today, and I can't think of the last time I did live on a Friday night. Phil, you heard that, bro? As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no, like why did I say that, bro? Played myself, dog. I don't know, that's what I said. I'm like, damn, like at most you might have heard it, what you did. But I'm like, whew, glad nobody was recording me or something, bro. Like, it would have been all bad. That shit hilarious though. Wait, so what time is the race tomorrow then? 8:45. Type that like a real military man. 8:45, and it's what 8:15 for you right now. So you got a little more than 12 hours. Man, you can go to bed, bro. I mean, you already said you ain't taking it that seriously. See, if I was taking it seriously, I'd be like, I need to start getting ready for bed now. The race at 8:45. I'm sure you waking up at like 6 or something like that, right? So I'll be like, ooh, need to get my 8 hours. Need to feel well rested, blah blah blah. But if I was just about to just go out and just run a 5K and I didn't care, I would still be up right now. Probably till at least 12. As long as I was getting like a 5, 6 hour sleep, I'd be like, whatever. Even my last few weightlifting competitions, to be honest, like I would go to sleep a little bit earlier than usual, but I'll be like, I ain't. It's not a national meet or something. Like I'm not about to go to sleep 12 hours early. Uh, Now that one time when I was trying to, when I opened at 1:30 and 1:70, I did try to go to bed early just to give myself the maximum amount of sleep I could get. Which I'm the same way. I'm a 6 hour sleeper, so as long as whatever time I go to bed, I'm gonna wake up like 6 hours later.
I'm a
But
12-hour sleeper.
yeah, she a 12 hour sleeper. We're complete opposites. So I'll be going to sleep at like 3 a.m. and waking up at 9. And so I did try to go to sleep a little bit early for that one. But it's funny, man. I like when you try to like quote unquote optimize stuff. I tried to go to sleep early for that shit and bombed out. The first time I ever bombed out in my life. So that was cool. Tart cherry helps with what, running or sleeping? Bro, if you don't have no beet juice or like beet powder, you need to get some of that, bro. That'll help you tomorrow on your 5K. It might be too late for you to get some, but if you can get some beets, that nitric oxide, boy. Oh, I was like, what is that? Oh, tart cherry helps. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, beet juice the goat. Nah, that's the best natural. That's the natural Enduraball right there.
Natural what?
Enduraball.
What is that?
Enduraball is
Endurance.
cardarine.
You're just using bigger words.
Cardarine is it's an endurance drug.
Oh.
Yeah, which is the street name is Enduraball. Jiu-jitsu people and runners and boxers sometimes use it.
About to. Interesting.
So beet juice is the equivalent of
I
that.
want to start drinking beet juice. Let's go find beet juice.
Find it.
Okay.
Apartment flooding. That's what I thought, bro. I heard. I was like, what is that? She just dropped the coke on the ground. Typical AXA stuff. Normal AXA.
Yay.
But yeah, beet juice to go. That's one of, there's stuff like that. Beet juice and other things that people don't even know about. That's kind of what I be telling people when their first thing is they want to hop on something or do something. I'm like, bro,
Do you want this?
you're not even good enough. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm like, you're not good enough to be doing drugs, bro. Find some natural alternatives. Just like we was talking about earlier, bro. Like, why do people that are doing recreational stuff like stress themselves out with optimization and oh, this is hard. I gotta figure out a way to do this. Like, no, you don't, bro. Like, you're not about to win nothing, bro. If you tired, go home. If your body hurts that bad, take a break. Like, nobody's gonna miss you, bro, because you suck.
You want the mouse?
I don't need it. Motherfuckers' knees be hurting up in CrossFit and shit. Like, oh man, I gotta figure out a way to get through these workouts and take care of my knees. It's like, bro, how about stop doing that shit until your knees feel better? Or drop the volume way down. Like I said, nobody's gonna care. You're not about to win shit. You're not in first place. You ain't in 50th place. You know what I mean? You're not like 10 minutes away from a world record. Stop doing drugs. I was eating Papa John's pizza and going to nationals. You're trash if you eat better than that. Yeah, honestly, bro. I know so many people, not even including me. I'm talking about other people, bro. Motherfuckers is eating all kinds of stuff the day before competition. I think I told you, Kyle Thompson, 4 years in a row, state champion in the 800. 2 years in Kansas, 2 years when he came to Texas. As a junior, he ran a 149 in the 800, bro, out of nowhere. This dude would get drunk before the meets. Well, the night before the meets. Like, we didn't go to state and cross country because he was so drunk that he performed horribly for him the next day. We were relying on him to go to state. And he ran like a 16 something on a 5K. So everyone else, like me and everyone else, we ran like 17s, 18s. But this motherfucker was running 16s with the craziest hangover, like holding his stomach. And he would be like, "Ugh," and like he was still running a 16 and a 5K. So, yeah, bro, you on his good days he was running 13s, 14s. So you doing mad optimization stuff and getting dusted by him. So like, what's the point? What is the point? Yeah, bro, 16 hungover. Our coach was pissed, bro, and I was too. Like, selfishly, I was pissed because I'm like, bro, it's my senior year, and like, this is so easy for you. You could have just not got drunk, won the regional meet, and we were going to state. But he lost, and he didn't care because he don't even like cross country. Like, he's like, whatever, I'm gonna win state in track. Like, that guy used to stress me out, man. Having children earlier in life is genetically linked to dying younger. Damn. I gotta post that one. As always, a junior. I told you the story about that dude, right, bro? He went to UT and then quit and just joined the Marines. Like, that dude should be setting a world record right now. But instead, he's either a Marine or he's not a Marine anymore. But either way, he ain't running track. I'll never forgive Daniel for dropping that punt. Let's see if I can get. Let me see if I can see what time he ran at UT. Kyle Thompson. Let's see. Hometown, Killeen, Texas. High school, Harker Heights. He was not from Killeen, but that's okay. Earned 3 All-League honors. So he finished second in the 800, 152. He posted a 400-meter personal best, 49.1. Clocked a 153 at the Razorback Invitational. Bro, he was running slower in college than he was in high school. That's insane. Well, let's look at his. Let's look at. Okay, they got some high school stats on here. Born in Salinas, California. Don't care. Okay. Notched 3 state championships in the 800 meters, 2 of which were in Texas, 1 in Kansas. I swear he won 4 times. Posted regional best in the 400 meters with a 48.01. In the 800 meters with a 150 flat. And the 1600 meters with a 420. I swear he ran a 149. But maybe they just rounded that up to 150. I don't know. But either way, that's still crazy. Career best, 800 meters, 148.14. 400 meters, 47.9. That's insane. That's insane, bro. What else we got? So in cross country as a freshman in college, he ran a 15:54 at the UT Concordia Invitational. So he got slower in college, which makes sense because, like I said, he was very not serious about running, even though he was super good. Placed 4th in the 800 with a 149.27. That's insane, bro. Yeah, he probably just couldn't handle losing when he got to college. But anyways, so he did, 2 years at UT and left and joined the Marines with those kind of times, bro. And so there's really 2 takeaways from that. One, if you're not a genetic god like he is, you will never be that good. You just won't. But the other takeaway, which is what my dad would always tell me, is that these genetic gods often do not finish and they don't go to the biggest stage because they literally don't give a fuck about sports, which is him. Whoever lost to him in high school when he ran a 149 as a fucking junior, they were probably thinking, I'm going to see that kid at the Olympics one day. And he didn't even finish college. So if you were a little bit worse than he was, you're not a genetic god, but you're still good. By the time you got to junior year of college, you could have been in his spot just because he fell off. And probably like 10 other dudes just like him in different cities. So that's the second takeaway. Perseverance does do something for you, but genetics are still God. Colin, what's up, man? But yeah, that's a tough conversation for people, man. The genetic stuff. See, I'm one of those genetics doesn't matter people, but it's in a different attitude than some other people. Like my coach, John Thrush, if you ever say like, oh man, my arms are long or my femurs are long or whatever, he'll just be like, well, those are the only femurs you got, so shut the fuck up and lift, right? So I'm in that same boat. I'm like, there's no sense in saying, oh, I don't have this genetically, or oh, I'm disadvantaged here. It's like, well, bro, like you're in the sport, so you should try to do the best you can. But I'm also on the boat of genetics are important, man. If your genetics are super trash, you have to recognize that. You have to face that reality and say like, yo, maybe I should pick another sport, or just accept that you ain't gonna be Usain Bolt. You know what I mean? Um, that's what I be trying to tell people about Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps, all these dudes. They put in a crazy amount of work. But Usain Bolt was fast when he was 12, bro. Was that because he worked out since he was 2? Maybe. I don't know. And that's the part of genetics that we can't control. We don't know. You don't know what your genetic potential is. I guess that's where I should backtrack. I should say it doesn't matter because you don't even know where you're at in your genetic development. You could be freakishly strong and not know it because your technique is so trash and you haven't tried to pick up something more than 2 times. But like after a few years, if nobody's telling you you're strong, you ain't got them genetics, bro. We all know freakishly strong dudes who like you like, damn, this is his third time deadlifting. This motherfucker picked up 600 pounds on his third time. Like you know people like that. Cause some people got it like that. Whether they was working on a farm or whatever, they got it like that. Some people are just fast, bro. Some people don't have a professional coach and they're fast. So you like, yo, when they get with a coach, they gonna be fast. Yeah, that ain't me. So a good story about this is that was me in the events that I was running. I was naturally fast, but because my dad is who he is, he was one of those David Goggins motherfuckers, bro. So my dad was like, "You want to dunk? You want to be fast? You need to build up your legs. You need to run 8 miles a day, 10 miles a day." Because my dad used to run 10 miles every single day. I mean, he's like 6'4", so he told me he could dunk because he ran 10 miles a day. So I believed that dumb shit. When he believed it too, so it's not like thought he was lying to me. I just believed it. So I'm one of those people that like can mentally endure something even if it sucks. So like when I was an 800 runner, bro, like you could hear me breathing like after 200 meters into the race, like like literally like that, bro. I would be beating people just from the amount that I trained, but at no point in my 800-meter career did it feel like I mean, as an example, like you know when you hit a perfect snatch and you're like, damn, that felt like nothing. It's the same thing in running. Like when I actually dropped down distances in college and I would run a good 200, I'm like, damn, that was easy. Never felt like that once in the 800. All the races I won, all the times, Junior Olympics, all that stuff. I never had a race where I was like, that just felt good. I always felt like I was gonna die in the middle of that shit and like the world was going black and I was like I would kick people down at the end, but it was like I literally would close my eyes and I would just be like, bro, just run until you hear like the finish. And so that was me. I didn't realize that I'm fast twitch. I do not have those muscles to be doing extra long distance shit. Kyle was one of those guys that was built for that, bro. Like that motherfucker would just be doing this and running a 420 mile, bro. Like literally, he looked like he was about to fall asleep while he was running. At the end of the race, he'll be kicking, no expression on his face. He'll finish, look at his watch, and be like, "Damn it, 420." And I was be like, "Bro, what the fuck?" I literally would see him on 5Ks, bro. I think I might have told you this. If the course was like this, it's like a big loop, right? Like we'll say like 1 mile. It's a 3 mile loop. I'll be on the second loop. I'll be finishing up the second loop, and then like the final loop, you would get off and run the last straight on the track. I'll be on the second loop and look across the field, and I'll see him sprinting on the track, and everyone cheering. I'm like, there's no way he's finished, bro. Like I'm on the second loop. I haven't even started the third loop yet, bro. But then, yeah, he was running 14s. We were running 18, 19s on our bad days. So he was literally 5 minutes ahead of us, which for him was a mile. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, genetics, they matter. It's not to say that you can't be good at something, but you're gonna have to work a lot harder than someone that's genetically gifted. That's just facts. It's just what it is. There's some stuff in nature that we can't change. People don't want to hear that though. They don't want to hear that, man. There's even, you only talk about like, let's talk about something that's not strength or running. Punching power. Some people say it's God given, right? Which I don't believe in that sense. They talk about it like it's like a gift that the person like knows how to swing the right way. It's not really that. It's that their leverage is they're genetically set up to punch hard. Like Deontay Wilder. This motherfucker's arms are long. And the way his frame is, when he rotates, like that shit's coming from a long way, bang, and it kills people. If you got short arms, you're not gonna be able to punch the same way as him. You just can't. Like you're not built that way. So a lot of times people with short arms, they're hookers. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to accept that, you're probably not gonna be the best you that you can be. That's the thing. People don't. People want to model themselves after other people, but it's like you need to be the best you. And then that version of you might suck still, but give yourself a chance. Don't model yourself after somebody that's literally nothing like you. That's why I like Michael Johnson a lot. Michael Johnson ran ugly as hell, back all stiff, leaning back like this. Record setter. If that was some random kid, you'll be like, you don't got a chance. You need to change your style. You need to lean forward. You need to. Michael Johnson was just setting 400-meter records, dog. Because he understood, like, this is my body. This is how I run. This is how I'm fast. Straight up. So, that's enough about genetics. Man, this makes me think of other people I ran with or ran against. I wonder where they're at. Sorry to any genetically inferior people in the chat that might have been hurt by that. You can do it. Whatever you think you're trying to do, you can do it, okay? I was offered a free trip to Finland to learn how to be happy. Oh, I wonder if they'll pay for me to do that. There was a happiness masterclass in Finland in June. I bet you it's about gratitude. It's always about gratitude. As long as you're grateful for what you have, you'll be happy. That's always the takeaway with happiness. I don't even gotta read this shit. Probably no income taxes. Yeah, probably that too. Or being grateful that you have income taxes. Connecting with nature, it says. Community spirit, of course. Simplicity and self-sufficiency. And that's pretty much it. Happiness is more about contentment because you're grateful for where you are and what you have. Sometimes we miss out on this in other countries. I already knew it, bro. Like, that's the first world problem, right? And I really don't want to say too much on this because it's a complicated conversation. People say, oh, but there's more depression in first world countries because you have too much shit, you have blah blah blah. It's probably a little bit true. It's also probably uh, undiagnosed in third world countries. So I don't think that's a fair comparison. But I do think that in the countries that we typically live in, America, Canada, UK, it's, it's this consumer culture. You're always trying to get more. So yeah, you're never grateful. You're never like really content with what you have, with what you have. Like, you got a decent apartment, you get more money, you like, yo, I need a bigger apartment. I need a better car. I need a better this. I need a better this. And so you're always chasing something new instead of just being like, yo, the spot that I live in is cool. I make a decent amount of money. Like, I have a family. I'm super happy. You know what I mean? Like, having a family used to just be a goal by itself. Like, I just want a wife and kids, and I want to take care of them. People used to really say, like, that's what they were trying to do in life. Now, it's like, bro, you don't want to make $1 million? What's wrong with you, bro? Like, you have no ambition. That's what they'll tell you. You have no ambition because you don't want to be fucking Bill Gates or something. You'll always be unhappy chasing that shit, bro. There's nothing wrong with getting it. Don't get me wrong. If all of y'all started donating me money and I made $1 million, I wouldn't turn it down. But that's not what my life is based on. Sounds like my mind state. That means you live in the right way, Colin. Let's see, what other articles do we have here? A Californian passes the state bar exam at age 17 and is sworn in as an attorney. I'm not letting no 17-year-old represent me, bro. You going to jail for life, dog. I don't trust any 17-year-olds. Let's see, weird news. Weird and wacky news from around the world. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. Offbeat, maybe. Oh, I saw this earlier. Woman arrested for pouring gasoline trying to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. And she was black, bro. What's wrong with her, bro? 26-year-old Lanisha Chantrice Henderson. What could she have been trying to burn his home down for? That's just insane. It's 4 people up in here. Who's up in here? What y'all on, bro? What y'all doing? Let's see what else we got. Kodak Black stuffed cocaine in mouth during traffic stop. I'm not reading that. Woman who assaulted Chipotle worker sentenced to fast food job for 2 months. That's kind of funny. I gotta read that. A judge has ordered Rosemary Hain, 39. This is a horribly written sentence. A judge has ordered Rosemary Hain, 39, must now work at a fast food job for 2 months. She was captured in a viral video screaming at a Chipotle employee before throwing her food in the worker's face. You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like it, and this is how you respond? This is not Real Housewives of Parma. The judge told Haynes she could cut off 60 days in jail if she agreed to work at least 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months. If I lived there, I would go and I would harass her and be like, yo, this order sucks, bro. You're the worst worker of all time. I kind of want to look up that video. Oh, this looks interesting. Brazilian city enacts an ordinance that was secretly written by ChatGPT. City lawmakers in Brazil have enacted what appears to be the nation's first legislation written entirely by artificial intelligence, even if they didn't know it at the time. Bruh, this is how humans get enslaved by robots. Somebody's gonna pass some shit that says robots are allowed to take over something. This is crazy. Rosario told Associated Press that he asked OpenAI's chatbot to craft a proposal to prevent the city from charging taxpayers to replace water consumption meters if they're stolen. Interesting. Very interesting. AI is getting crazy, man. I don't ever think AI can be human, but we're gonna have some problems in the future, bro, for sure. I think motherfuckers are getting more lazy. I think it's cool to use AI to help make something easier for you, but not to just do it completely. What y'all up to, man? What y'all doing over there? You saw the new future Google AI product? No, what is it? Google AI product. I'm gonna Google that. Bard? Is that what you're talking about or no? I'll wait for you to tell me because I don't know. Product advertising? I really don't know shit about artificial intelligence, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I argued with ChatGPT for a while. Had a conversation with it, and it was getting offended. And I'm like, "How are you getting offended if you're a robot?" And it was like, "You're right. Sorry." And I'm like, "How you sorry if you're a robot?" And it was like, "You're right. Sorry." And I'm like, scary stuff. All right, let me see. Came out yesterday. Let me just type in Google releases. That's not how you spell releases. AI product. Gemini, maybe? Google says new AI model Gemini outperforms ChatGPT in most tests. Let me read about it. Multimodal. It can comprehend text, audio, images, video, and computer code simultaneously. The first AI model to outperform human experts Damn. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's kind of scary to me, bro. Understanding of a student's handwritten physics homework answers and giving detailed tips on how to solve the questions. Advanced reasoning. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. That's kind of weird, man. But I feel like I need to jump on the wave and start understanding it more before it gets out of control. I feel like that's how you end up being like the grandparent that doesn't understand shit about technology. Because you're like, I don't understand this shit. And it just keeps advancing rapidly. And then you're like literally so far away that you can never catch up. So I need to start messing around with it. I do see, I'm in like a group chat for Spanish learners. I'm not really there to learn, I just help them. But some of them in there use like Chat GPT to answer their Spanish questions and stuff. So I need to start playing around with that just so I can at least give people advice, at least about how to ask the questions. Because it can be useful, you know, it can help. It could help. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I'm gonna have to really catch up with this stuff and see what I can do with it. That was very interesting. Adobe products. You know, I'm not like a huge tech guy, but I have a decent knowledge of tech just because I was in military intelligence and we had to use a lot of tech stuff. But it's just like I said, the real new artificial intelligence stuff is where I'm kind of like, kind of don't know about that stuff. Anything that's old and they're just developing on it, I probably know a decent amount about it. Motoloco Ruiz, saludos. Hola, bro, tanto tiempo. Paso a saludar y desearte todo el éxito. Un abrazo a la distancia. Abrazo, bro. Gracias. Gracias por dejar ese comentario. Salute. You can do amazing things with Adobe. I believe it. I believe it. Technology is advancing rapidly. It's advancing. Pero Motoloco Ruiz, si estás todavía, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te trata la vida, bro? I'm gonna pour myself another drink. I'll be right back. Leave a comment if you want. Oh, ooh, this shit's strong. Strong and not sweet. Every time I see you in my dreams, it's all tell me I can't wait. Guess I need you, baby. Moto Loco Ruiz se fue. Whew. Colin, what else is new in your life, man? Besides Adobe and artificial intelligence. I'm gonna go back to looking at weird news until y'all comment something. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Learning trivia. What kind of trivia have you learned? I'm interested. Permaculture? Well, what have you learned? Educate me so that I can learn too. 31-year-old man shot in the face after refusing to give man some potato chips. Interesting. I probably would just give up my potato chips. Ecosystem for growing food in a nutshell. Well, I understand what permaculture is, but I thought maybe you would have some information that I didn't know, like how to do something or something. Or maybe a term within all that I don't know. Every time I think about stuff like that, I think about how long it took people in the past to figure any of that stuff out. Like, right now, you got thousands of years of history to say, like, oh, like, you can do this with irrigation, or you can do this with the crops to make this and this and this happen. But, like, the first people who are ever growing any kind of crops, doing any kind of agriculture, they didn't know shit. Like, someone had to figure out, oh, if I do this, I ruin everything. Or if I do this, there's not enough water for blah, blah, blah. So I think it's interesting that someone had to figure all of that stuff out. Or people, not necessarily one person, but I don't know your knowledge on that. Honestly, I don't have a deep knowledge of it. I just kind of know what it is, but probably anything you tell me specifically will be new to me. I'm guessing. Probably. Now I want to look up permaculture. And also, why are you learning about that? What made you want to learn more about that? Iraqis used salted water in the ancient times on their crops. That's interesting. Let's Google that and see what pops up. Every time I see you in my dreams, it's haunting me. They didn't know that, so there's salt in their soil. Well, I'm reading that their crops are pretty fucked now. The Greenland is a barren desert. Interesting. Very interesting. It seems like a volatile job too, man. Like, you know, you fuck up at a regular job, you could probably fix it. Bro, if you ruin your crops, like, you're fucked. Like, you're done. Like, you gotta wait a whole nother season to get those back. So I would probably quit too. Green Wall of Africa. What is that? I gotta Google that. Green Wall of Africa. Oh. I've seen this in a picture before, but I don't think I knew what it was. The Great Green Wall. The Great Green Wall is an initiative to increase the amount of arable land in the Sahel, the region bordering Africa's Sahara Desert. 11 nations are investing in projects as varied as agroforestry to sustainable development. Very interesting. Rolando in the house. ¿Cómo te trata la vida, mano? La vida me está tratando muy bien. Creo. The Great Green Wall ends around Nigeria and Ethiopia. So it is these countries: Senegal, Mali, Niger, Chad, Nigeria, Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti. So those are the participating countries. Okay. I've seen pictures before, but I never actually knew what was going on in those pictures, to be honest. So you just taught me something. The Great Green Wall of Africa. Interesting. Now, what did you answer my question earlier? What got you interested in that? What got you interested in permaculture, bro? It's pretty interesting, I can't lie. Stop the spread of the desert. Is that what got you interested, or are you just saying that? Nature is God. That's fair. That's fair. So you want to take better care of the earth. Have you always felt like that nature is God? Or was there something that like changed your life and made you think about that? I don't really know you, so I don't really know like how you were brought up and stuff, but I do know that Caribbean people tend to be more connected to the earth. Brisa. To you too. Peace to the gods and the earth, kid. I mean, Colin, you probably heard this before. That I grew up Muslim. So when I grew up like that, there was a lot of people from New York and Philly that I met that were like not really Muslims, but they they had this belief system where like nature, like you kind of said, like nature was God and like the earth was God and everyone was God and part of the earth, and arm, leg, arm, head, Allah, and like they're like we are God. There's a lot of stuff that I can't remember, but I just thought about that because you said nature is God. Yeah, 5%ers. But there was 5%ers, and there was people that were even like an offset of that, where like it wasn't. I don't know. It was just different. Like I said, it's been a long time, so I don't really remember everything from everyone that I talked to. But yeah, definitely 5%ers when they say arm, leg, arm, head. It's called animism, I think. Rolando, how you doing, man? How's life? Adriana Díaz Tinoco. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va? What other facts we got? What else y'all got for me, man? I like that permaculture stuff. Bien, ¿y tú? ¿Está bien? No, pero estoy bien, no me puedo quejar. Pero gracias por preguntarme. Gracias. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces, Adriana? Rolando, I need you to one up Colin. Tell me something more interesting than permaculture. Or tell me something more interesting about permaculture than he just told me. Because that Green Wall of Africa shit was pretty interesting to me. I can't lie. Had to put that in my back pocket to study later. I like when I hear shit that I really don't know, because that means I can go read about it later today or tomorrow. And when somebody brings that shit up in another conversation, I'll be like, oh yeah, the Green Wall of Africa. Of course I've heard about that. I've been studying that for like 5 years, even though I just heard about it last week. That's what I'd be doing. I just be lying my ass off. If Rolando doesn't reply fast, either he's driving or he's looking up stuff. That's how he operates. Hopefully he's looking up stuff and not driving. We'll find out. Adriana se fue. Is it comparable with the wall in Saudi? The wall in Saudi is pretty wild. Uh, you're talking about a real wall, though, right? Where's the green wall in Africa is not a real wall. It's a wall of vegetation. It's like they're trying to save the earth type shit. It's not like Trump's built the wall. It's not that. Speaking of which, the cool thing right now is to like live in Dubai and shit like that. Sarai, F. Hello. Hello, Sarai. A wall of nature, but I'm talking in terms of it sounding too unrealistic. Pero Sarai, ¿tú hablas inglés o no? A wall of nature, but I'm talking in terms of it sounding too unrealistic. I don't know. I don't know enough about either one of them to make a comparison or tell you anything about them. I really didn't know anything about the Green Wall of Africa until Colin just said it. See, I'm one of those people that like, if I know something, I know it pretty well. But if I don't know something, I'll just be like, bro, I don't know shit about that. So I don't know shit about the Green Wall of Africa. And I really don't know about that wall in Saudi. I've heard of it. Like I've heard of the Green Wall of Africa. But I couldn't tell you much about it. I just know that whenever I would hear about the wall in Saudi, they would compare it to Trump's border wall. So in that sense, it has to be a real physical wall, right? Whereas this Green Wall of Africa is not that kind of physical. Adriana Díaz Tinoco ha regresado. Adriana, ¿cuántos años tiene? Crown Prince, new plan. Yes, the Saudi wall is physical. You need to look up the wall in Saudi. It seems way too unrealistic. No, I know more or less what it is. It is unrealistic because it's like a fucking 100-mile wall or some shit like that. But I think if it's physical, it's still. I don't even know how to explain what I'm fucking thinking. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Let's see. Saudi Arabia is building the line. No, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Let me look up this. Let me look up this article real fast. I don't know, man. Trusting Vice is sketchy. I'm on a Vice article right now. Donald Trump wants to spend $1 trillion on infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. This is a different article. That's not even what I'm looking for. I'm gonna check out the line. Let's look up the line. A tall and narrow stripe of a city more than 105 miles long, teeming with 9 million residents and running entirely on renewable energy. I don't know if this is what I'm talking about either. Yeah, I'm over it. But either way, Orlando, I know what you're saying. Everything I've seen about stuff that they build there seems unrealistic. But you can never underestimate money, man. When you got money and slave labor, you can build anything, bro. How long it's gonna last? How good is it gonna be? I don't know. But you could build it. But this line shit is crazy. 500 meters above sea level, higher than the Empire State Building. Residents would be able to run errands with a 5-minute walk. There will be no cars or roads. It will cost hundreds of billions of dollars to build. Yeah, that's very dystopian and scary. Good luck to those people that want to live there. But I think the same thing about people that want to live on Mars and shit, bro. I'm like, why you want to live on Mars, bro? What is going to be on Mars for you? All right, my guys, we can think of something more interesting than the line, I think. Same deal with that new capital city in Egypt, the whole capital city from scratch. Like I said, it can be done. I just noticed the more stuff that's being built, things are built very quickly these days. I've been seeing so many people on Twitter complain about their new homes. Like, they do a walkthrough and they're like, these outlets are fucking moving around if I plug something in, and this paint and this and this and this. And it's like, yeah, bro, like if you get some shit built in 2 weeks, I just don't think it's gonna be very high quality. I don't really care who builds it. And so, I don't know, man. Everything these days is like grand and fast. It's not about quality. Also saw someone I'm friends with complaining about power washers, actually. He was like, man, my grandpa's power washer, he used to wash his truck with the same power washer for fucking 30 years. And he's like, I replace my power washer every year. Shit breaks at some point in the year. And I feel like that's how everything is nowadays. Like, shit it just doesn't last a long time, bro. And, you can make that a conspiracy theory and say they do it on purpose, but I don't know. I don't know what they do. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Mike Ben in the house. Planned obsolescence. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's probably true. You ever seen that story of I can't think of where it's at, but there's a light bulb that was on for like 100 years, bro. And this is a light bulb. Obviously, it was on for 100 years. This shit was made a long time ago, bro. But it lasts for 100. Let me look it up. I don't want to say any lies. I know it was at least 100 years, but let's see. The light bulb that lasts forever. The Centennial Light. The Centennial Light is the world's longest lasting light bulb, burning since 1901, and almost never turned off. It turned off for like 2 seconds. I can't remember the reason. Some shit happened, and they like immediately replaced that bitch, basically. But it's the same light bulb. They just had to relight it. But the fact that it can even still work after 100 years means that shit is built completely different than the shit that we have now. Because once your light bulb burns out now, it's fucked. Like there's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, I have to think that they do it on purpose to some degree. And that's everything. Your fucking iPhone, bro. A new iPhone comes out, your shit starts wilding out, bro. Like your iPhone works perfectly for like 1 year, 2 years. That next drink comes out, bro. It's like you can't open apps. Apps just be closing down and shit. And a lot of times, so like I'm team iPhone now, right? But when iPhones first came out, I didn't get one. I had a flip phone when I was in college, bro. Like a real deal flip phone. People used to be like, "Oh man, you can get on YouTube and Safari and blah blah blah." I'll be like, "Who cares, bro? Like that's I do that on my computer. Like I don't need to do that on my phone." And I ended up getting one. I ended up getting one in college. I sound real old right now, but like I didn't really rock with the touchscreen shit. The touchscreen shit to me, I'm like, this is dumb, bro. Like I want buttons, and I don't want to accidentally crack my screen. So I was like really against iPhones. Got an iPhone, cool. I think I got like the iPhone 3 because it was past 1 and 2 already. And I had that for a really long time to the point like it was like 6 or 7 or something. And one day I could not use Instagram, bro. I could not use Twitter. I couldn't use anything. It would say like these apps are only like compatible with this iOS and above. So I couldn't even log in, bro. And I'm I literally have to get a new phone. Uh, and so yeah, if it's not just like straight up them making the product bad, then they make updates that you can't use your old shit with. So you have to get a new product. Uh, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Egypt gotta get the population away from the Nile. Out their new city works. We'll see. Hey, what's up, bro? What was the purpose of yesterday's holidays? Dia Dia de las Velitas is like it's for like the Immaculate Conception. I'm definitely not Colombian, and I definitely don't know the exact purpose. But it has something to do with the Virgin Mary. I know that. Delights me. So hold on. Let me look it up. Do, 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 do. Este simbolismo representa la luz que guía el camino hacia la celebración del nacimiento de Jesús. Okay, so basically it's like symbolism for the lights that led the way towards the celebration of the birth of Jesus. So basically, yeah, that holiday kicks off the holidays in Colombia. So now December has started now that we had this holiday. Okay, there was a big celebration in the streets yesterday. Makes sense. Yeah. So yesterday it started like at 7 p.m. yesterday, like more or less, because my gym closed early and everything. But when that day starts, yeah, that's velitas, which starts like yesterday night, right? Last night, everyone goes outside and they light up little candles, like I said, it's like symbolism for lighting the way to the birth of Jesus Christ, which of course that's like the whole point of Christmas and stuff. So like I said, it kicks off December, and technically today is a holiday, because the holiday is the 7th and the 8th. So people would be outside doing that today too. I was gonna go out and make a video and shit, but I decided not to. And today was a busy day, man. I'm just resting now. Ladies were trying to sell me candles. I told them it wasn't my birthday. They were like, this guy, he's not gonna celebrate the fucking holiday. Cali community, I wanna see. You know, man, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna make some videos soon because I don't think I made a video in like a month, bro. So probably tomorrow. I might not have a video tomorrow, but I'm gonna record stuff for a video tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna go out tomorrow. Don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll make a video tomorrow. If you see anything on YouTube or Google in Cali and you're like, yo, can you go do this? If you tell me, I will look it up and go do it. If not, I'm just gonna go do some random shit. I'm just gonna go out and fucking walk into some random person's house and be like, yo, what's up? But, you know, if you got something specifically that you want to see, let me know. Let me know. There's a zoo in Cali. I've heard of it, but I heard Cali residents don't really go to that zoo. That would be lit. Man, you know what? Let me say this in the best way possible. Cause I'm not like a super liberal dude. But there's like one thing that like people will probably be like, "Wow, I didn't expect that from you." I really fuck with animals from a distance. I fuck with animals. I love watching Animal Planet and shit like that. So I've always had like a big thing against zoos, bro. I just really don't fuck with animals being locked up. I don't know how to explain it. Like in San Antonio, I never went to SeaWorld, bro. I did not fuck with SeaWorld. Before that documentary, there's a documentary called like Blackfish or some shit. I never even watched the documentary. People tell me about it. And I'm like, I don't need to watch it. Like, I know a killer whale being trapped in a fucking 30-foot pool is fucked up. The shit's like half the size of the pool, bro. It can't even turn around correctly. Like, nah. So, like, zoos just always been weird to me, bro. Even as a kid, I'm like, damn, looking at this lion in this little ass space, this motherfucker can do like a half sprint and he's across the thing. I'm like, this just can't be healthy for them, bro. Like this is fucked up, man. So I don't know. I don't know if I can go to the zoo. I can't even lie to you, bro. That sounds like some soft ass shit. It sounds like some get over it type shit. I feel you. If you say that, I'll be like, I get what you're saying, but still, I'm just not really rocking with zoos like that. It's not to say that I wouldn't go, but it would be difficult to convince me to go. That's what I'm saying. It's just my opinion. I see the animals, I'm like, it just feels fucked up, man. They got no freedom, dog. If it was so like, they got nature reserves where they're like essentially free, like you're up in their shit, but there's a big area for them to roam, and you might see them or you might not. That's cool. I don't really think that's terrible, especially if they're like it's a nature preserve, right? They're trying to make sure that the population thrives and shit. But like I said, when they're in a cage or a pool and they got nowhere to go, like these are animals that travel hundreds of miles a day and they don't have a mile to swim. I'm like, I just don't like that, bro. I just don't. Orca goes crazy in that environment. Yeah, bro. Like, they don't even fuck with people in the wild, bro. There's like no known attacks on humans in the wild, but when they're in captivity, they literally like fucking murk their trainers, bro. They're like first chance. They're like, I'm gonna lure them to sleep and I'm gonna rip them apart. They kill their trainers, bro. I'm like, yeah, they're fucking depressed, bro. They're like, fuck, kill me, bro. Get me out of here. I feel it. I agree when I think about it. Ponce River. Well, you know, I was gonna go. I had a girl I know that was up here with her family, and me and my wife were gonna go. And that day, it was raining like crazy, and we were like, I'm not about to go sit at the river when it's pissing rain, bro. I'm just not. So I might go another day when it's not raining. But if I go, I'll definitely record it. Rolando says I've always loved zoos. You're a psychopath. I only love zoos because my dad took me when I was young. Haven't seen homie since I was 14. Damn. You don't know anything about like where he's at and shit like that, or y'all just don't fuck with each other or what? That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, they beat the dog shit out of their trainers. Yeah, bro. The Morcas, they be going crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you really learn about animals, especially the really intelligent ones, bro, like elephants have funerals, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if I see an elephant in a contained space or getting abused, I'm like, bro, like, nah, bro, these things are too smart to treat them like they're fucking rats or something. You know what I mean? Like, not that any animal should be treated bad, but like, the lower you get in intelligence, I'm like, this motherfucker probably doesn't know that it's locked up. A rat is just running around, just trying to get food, just trying to have sex. Dolphins, elephants, lions, stuff like that, like, they're smart enough to know that they're not in the proper environment. That's what I mean. Like, that's crazy. I know where he is. Too much drama, nothing that couldn't be fixed, but his life ain't his fault. Well, not my business, not my place to speak on it really, but I will say life is short, you know what I mean? And if beef can be squashed, I think it should. That's not even like I used to say that about people's parents just because like I was privileged enough to have like a good relationship with both of my parents. But I don't even think that about just parents now. I just think period, bro. Like people die and you're like, damn, I wish I could have squashed it with him um before he died. Or I wish this and like you know, if you got a chance to squash it with anybody, I think you should. Like personally, if y'all don't have beef and y'all just don't talk and you cool with it, I think it's whatever. But if it's something that maybe is a little bit beef, but you like, we could squash it. I ain't saying y'all gotta fucking kiss each other and hug each other every day or nothing, but just as long as you don't have no bad shit in your system that will make you feel bad if something happened. You know what I mean? There's only one person ever in my life that I had like I didn't really have beef with him. He beat up my friend. My friend had beef with him. It was a 1-on-1. I'm like, you lost, bro, whatever. But he committed suicide. And like I was like, damn, bro, like once time passes, you're like, bro, like the problems we had was not serious, bro. You fought my friend when I was 18 years old. Like, so I felt bad when I saw the news. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like we were ever gonna be real friends, but I wish that we had nothing bad in between us. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I can never tell him like, hey, bro, I just want you to know like we got no problems. I can't say that to him because he's gone now. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about that. But I understand that when you're talking about family and people that have potentially hurt you before, it's a totally different situation. And like I said, I'm not trying to overstep and like tell you like, oh, you should forgive your dad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's just what I think about situations like that. Why did he kill himself? I don't know. That's that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. I don't know anything, and I would never get to ask him. I'll never get to say like I'll never know like if he had one friend, would he have not done that? You know what I'm saying? Like I would never know anything because I don't know him like that. But literally, this is the craziest shit, bro. He ran into the highway and a BMW hit him at like 90 miles per hour, bro. Uh, so he had mental problems, bro. That's not even like a usual way to kill yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy, bro. Like when I heard about it, like I listened to the dude who was in the car on the news say like, yo, he like ran full speed at the car, like to make sure. Like I didn't have enough time to brake. Like he was I'm like, bro, that's the way you choose to go out, bro? Like not a gun or pills or something? Like he was going through some stuff, bro. I don't know. He was young. It was like I said, that was back when I was look, he fought my friend when I was a senior. So I was 18. This kid was like 14 and he beat up my 18-year-old friend. Like he was an athlete and shit. Like he was very athletic. So he killed himself probably when he was 18 because that was I was into college. I hadn't graduated or anything, but I was in college when he did it. So he was probably 18 himself when he did that. So he was really going through some stuff, bro. What he was going through, I don't know. Cause like I said, I wasn't cool with him like that. Don't know. I 100% agree. I had a cousin who passed early. My family treated him like a nut, but I reminded him that they treated him poorly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's tough because you don't want to let people run over you. And, in the moment, a situation can be very serious. If someone just disrespected you, I'm not going to tell you, like, hey, just forgive him. Like, fuck what he did. It's not like that. But, like I said, if there's been time and you got the chance, like, if you don't really feel some kind of way about it, I try to let stuff go, man. I've had a lot of people die over the years for whatever reason. And I've been happy that problems we had in the past weren't problems anymore. Like I can't say I've apologized to a lot of people, but I've re-gotten cool with a lot of people that I had like quote unquote beef with in the past. Cause like I said, it wasn't real beef. Like we just had problems because we were like young and full of testosterone. But at the end of the day, like you move out of the city, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? What was we about to fight over when we was 20, bro? And you're like, I don't even know. I just remember we was at a party and somebody said you said this and I said that and like you're like, yeah, this is the dumbest shit ever, bro. Like, cool. I'm glad we homies now, cause whatever. One of my best friends, and I'll say his name because like he would confirm the story. Trey. Trey went to my rival high school. One day, in this past tense, when I was like fresh out of high school, he was at the house of my best friend's girlfriend. He was there with another dude. That dude was with the girl, right? So my best friend's girl was cheating on him with this dude. Trey was with that dude. We went to this house like 10 deep. We was about to beat the shit out of these two dudes, bro. They didn't come out of the house. They're about to call the cops and all kinds of shit. Whatever, we left. Time passed. I didn't even know he was in the house. I knew about the other dude, but I didn't know him at the time. We ended up getting cool through another situation. He was like, yo, you were with Kendall that day. You were with Kendall that day. I remember seeing you through the fucking thing. And I'm like, what? Like, I said, actually, like, we went on a hike. No weird shit, but we went on a hike together because we were both into hiking because we met each other somewhere else. And I started looking around. I'm like, oh shit, like we in the woods by ourselves. And he talking about, I remember the day you came to the house and you was gonna beat us up and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I think you thinking of somebody else, bro. He's like, nah, I remember you. He was like, your best friend's Kendall, right? And I'm like, yo, I hope this dude don't got a gun in his back. I'm like, I hope this dude don't got a gun or some shit. But he was really just like, nah, like, bro, we was in the house mad scared because I didn't even know she had a dude and blah, blah, blah. And like, we actually like chopped it up and we laughed about it. And we were just like, yeah, that was some dumb shit. And we're still cool to this day, bro. Like he's in the Air Force and shit. He calls me like every once in a while, check up on me and whatever. And we just be laughing about that situation. But imagine like if something bad would have happened with that, or if one of us died, bro, we would have died like beefing over a girl that none of us talk to anymore. My best friend don't talk to her no more. I don't talk to her. Trey don't talk to her. Like literally, I don't know what's become of her. So he was gonna fire off with. That's what I thought, bro. I was like, he caught me slipping, bro. I'm like, I'm in the woods by myself. He might have like three homies in the bushes or something, bro. That was a funny day, bro. I was literally texting my best friend. I'm like, bro, you remember that time we went to old girl's house? I'm with this dude right now, bro. And he was like, why are you with him? I'm like, I ain't know it was him, bro. I was literally like, yo, I think I'm set up right now. Deep in the woods, too, bro. And so, but anyways, like I said, it's a funny story. Every once in a while, we'll talk about that shit even still to this day. It's been like, what, 14, 15 years at this point. But it's just a funny story. But like I said, it was nothing. Like, we were kids. And I think almost every situation I've been in like that, if I'm not cool with the person now, then at least it's it's squashed. You know what I mean? There's one dude that probably ain't never gonna be cool with me, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think we have beef no more. He added me on Facebook, so he was the only person where I'll be back in my hometown, and I'll be like, ugh, I don't want to run into him because he probably like don't fuck with me like that. You know what I mean? Many men die because of women. Oh hell yeah, that's what they usually die for. Hey man, you know what? It's fun. I wasn't big back then, bro. I was like 140 pounds max, bro. Like I know like y'all see me as this now, but like a lot of people from my hometown and shit, they still be like, bro, I can't believe you put on all that muscle and shit, bro. I was a runner, so I used to fight, but like I was small, bro. I'm not tall either, so at those times, like that's why people call me quick temper because they're like, bro, this motherfucker will still off on you. But it was out of insecurity because I was a small dude. I'm like, I gotta get the first hit. So if I felt like it was heating up, I just bang, motherfucker. Like, I'm not gonna let you get the first hit on me and you like 6 feet, 200 pounds. Like, hell nah, bro. I can name at least 5 cases that I know personally of men that have been taken out of here because shit, me too, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I always try to stay away from that stuff, but sometimes it's just unavoidable. And some dudes like, oh man, you trying to take my girl, and I'm like, bro, I'm not. Trust me, I don't want to die because of some random girl, bro. What did I do to him? Okay, I'll tell you the story. I feel like I told this story on here before, but we were we were all in a criminal justice class together. My best friend was a part of this one too. Me, my best friend, this dude who I was super cool with, by the way. Like I had a car before a lot of people because my parents, like I said, I grew up in a nice home. I don't even stunt about that shit. I grew up in a nice home. My parents got me a car when I was like 15 years old because my dad was deployed and shit. So I used to take this dude to school, take him to the basketball courts, whatever, whatever. Keep in mind, this dude's like 6'4", 300 pounds. Like, no joke. He was a really good offensive lineman. We in criminal justice class, and we had to, like, do some role play shit where it was, like, gangs, bro. And he started saying some shit, and, like, he was like, yeah, bro, don't make me come over there and beat the shit out of you. And I don't know, bro. Like I said, I might have been a little insecure because I was a teenager and I was small and shit. But I was like, bro, if you come over here, I'm gonna still off on you, like straight up. And he was like, who you talking to, bro? And like, according to him, later on, he said he was always joking. But like I said, this dude's 6'4", 300 pounds. So he started getting up, and I was like, bro, if you come over here, oh God, I'm gonna still off on you, like, cause that's how I felt in the moment. I'm like, bro, I'm not letting a dude this size grab me or something like that and like destroy my life. You know what I'm saying? So he started moving desk and walking towards me and shit. So I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, anyways, a situation had happened a few weeks before that where a real gangster dude pistol whipped him. And of course, he didn't do nothing. He didn't have a gun. So, you know what I'm saying? I was a hothead and I like cutting people deep. So I'm like, bro, you wasn't acting like this when Ricky pistol whipped your ass. And bro, my last name is Shabazz. And I'll never forget this shit. Cause he was like, Shabazz. He was like, cause we was athletes, so we call each other by our last names. He was like, Shabazz. He's like, I was thinking about beating your ass. He's like, but now, he's like, I'm really gonna fuck you up, bro. And I was like, ah, damn, like, okay, like it's serious now. Like, I could feel the pain, bro. He's like, why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, he wanted to fight me after that. The teacher broke it up and like called the fucking assistant principal and shit. And like, he wanted to meet up with me after school. I never been a bitch, so I was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I went. But then I had my homies and his homies, and they was linemen and we was basketball players. And people got in the middle of that shit and called the cops too. And so it just never happened. And bro, for like 10 years, bro, we never said nothing to each other, bro. Like from 18 to like I said, he added me on Facebook this year, bro, in 2023. Like more than 10 years. We didn't talk to each other. 5+ years, people would be like, hey, you still got beef with E? And I'm like, I don't got no beef, bro. Like, I said some fucked up shit back then. But I still, you know what I'm saying? After like 2 or 3 years, I was over it. But he wasn't. And I could tell he wasn't. Because people would still be like, hey, yo, he said he saw you at Walmart. And he was thinking about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I saw his big ass up in Walmart, bro. I wasn't going to let him sneak up on me, bro. He's 300 pounds. What are you talking about? And so, like I said, man, it was some stupid shit. Are we really cool? No. He added me on Facebook. I mean, I'm nowhere near him. It's not like I live in Texas where he lives at, so it's not like he like added me to keep tabs on me or something. Maybe he did, shit, I don't know. But like I said, at this point, I feel like it's over. I don't, like I said, we ain't never gonna be cool like that because I think too much time has passed. I do want to strangle you. Yeah, I think, like I said, too much time has passed. Um, yeah, but there's nothing I can do about it, bro. Like, I'm over it. Hopefully, he's over it. Can never let someone get the first hit, but I agree. As we get older, the nerves settle down for the most part. Yeah, because it's stupid shit. Like I said, that whole beef, it was dumb, bro. I don't care about that shit no more, bro. Like, and like I said, when it comes down to it, if he wanted me to apologize, like literally say I'm sorry, today I would say sorry. Back then, I definitely wouldn't have said that shit. If he needed to hear sorry from me today, I would say that shit. Cause I don't care. Like I'm grown, bro. All of that shit in the past, I would literally say sorry. Cause I do feel bad. I feel bad that I said that shit about Ricky, pistol whipping him. Cause that dude was a real thug. I think he's doing like life right now. And he pistol whipped him, and dude didn't want to die, so he didn't do shit. And so I'm like, you know what I mean? I feel bad that I said that shit for real. I remember a high school football player. He made it to the NFL, wanted to kick my ass because of a girl. I won't name him. I feel you. I think Atlanta might be a little wild because kids would fight in school, but after school, meeting up to fight was like a death sentence. Someone was gonna pull out a stick and shoot. All right, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a part of the story that I left out. Because I was little, I used to keep not a gun, but I used to keep a pretty big flick knife, bro. So that was actually the thing that stopped us from fighting after school. Cause like I was like literally scared for my life, bro. I know that sounds dramatic right now, especially because y'all like, bro, you like 220 pounds. Like I said, bro, I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I was like 135, 140 pounds. This dude is 6'4", 6'5", 300 pounds, literally, bro. Like he used to be like throwing motherfuckers on the field, bro. So I like that after that class, I was talking to my best friend. I'm like, hey, you think I could whoop him? Like, possibly? And he's like, I was like, you might, but like, I feel like there's literally nothing you could do if he grabs you and like y'all fall on the ground and he's on top of you. And I was like, yeah, he's 300 pounds. Like, there's literally no way I could push him off of me. Like, he could be on top of me and like just do this and like I would go unconscious. And I started thinking about that shit and I was like, hell nah, bro. I was like, nah, I'm poking him. I'm like, and that's some dumb shit. And like I said, I can look back on that and say that it's dumb. But like, bro, I was like literally scared, bro. I was scared for my life. Like, I'm not joking. I was like, I'm not trying to like get my head caved in by some 300-pound dude. So to your point, yes, that was a dangerous situation for somebody, and that's usually how that shit happens. Like, in fact, the dude that I told you about, that was my old best friend. He came with me to that fight too. And that's one of the times when I knew I wasn't gonna be his best friend no more because he had a shotgun in his trunk. And that was the situation where he was like, fuck this, let's blah blah blah. No, no, no. Yeah, Kendall was my best friend still. And he was my best friend at the time. That was I had already pulled away from Nick a little bit. Nick is the one that's charged with murder right now. In that situation, Kendall went with me. He was like, look, we can show up and fight him, whatever. Nick pulled up there with us. Yeah, Nick. Nick pulled up there with us, but he had a shotgun in his trunk, bro. And he's like, bro, as soon as he blah blah blah, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, literally, it was just so unrealistic to me and like crazy. I'm like, yo, I don't know if you joking right now, cause like he literally opened his trunk and showed us. I'm like, bro, I hope that's not real. Like, bro, nah, hell nah, bro. And I was like, literally, like after the whole situation passed and like the fight didn't happen, and that night, talking to Kendall, I'm like, yo, was he serious about that shotgun shit, bro? And he's like, I feel like he was, bro. That motherfucker's kind of crazy. And I was really just like, yo, like, I'm not trying to go to jail, bro. Like, I'm not trying to not go to college. Like, I went to a military academy. I went to West Point, so I was literally leaving for college and like not even 2 weeks, bro, because that was like a week before graduation. I had to ship out a week after graduation. And so, yeah, that's when I was like, yeah, bro, you on some different type of shit. Like, yeah, that was crazy, bro. That's when I knew I had to pull away from him. What did my dad say after all these? Man, my dad didn't know about shit, bro. My dad was a good dad. I wouldn't tell my dad that I almost got into a fight or something. You know what I mean? Like, never. Um, I might tell him way after the fact, but I think both of my parents think and thought that I am and was a lot softer than I am. Like, me and my dad, like right before I came here, we went to my best friend's gym. We went to Kendall's gym to do like a. I told my dad, I'm like, man, you should, because he likes boxing too. He likes watching boxing. He's never boxed. I'm like, you should come to the gym and do a boxing workout just to see how it feels. Because he always like, man, he got no heart, man. I would have just bought. I'm like, it's different. It's different when you're tired and somebody's swinging at you. So I told him to come to the boxing gym. And, he put him through the workout first. So my dad's like, like this, that, and the other. And then he saw me and he's like, man, I ain't know you was vicious like that. I was just like, yeah, bro, like you ain't never seen me fight. You know what I mean? Because uh, like the person I am, we have different faces for everyone in our lives. And like a lot of people won't understand that about me, but I'll never be anybody but my parents' son in front of my parents. So I don't cuss in front of my parents. I don't drink in front of my parents.
Don't
Like,
post things of drinking.
yeah, yeah, like,
Even if I post you.
yeah, I don't post drinking stuff 'cause I don't want my parents to see it. Like, even that's why, like, subconsciously, I don't like putting my cup on the camera or something if I'm drinking because I'm like, what if my parents are watching this, bro? You know what I mean? So, yeah, to my parents, I'm a super nice kid that's never done anything wrong in my life. And if that's what they want to think, like, I'm fine with that because that's what they raised me to be. You know what I mean? Everything that I did wrong was just stupid. It wasn't because of them. It was just because I was a dumb kid, So, um, no, my dad doesn't know half of the stuff that I've done. Killeen doesn't sound like some quaint country town. Nah, Killeen's not country. Killeen is. It's not Atlanta. Trust me. You can get in trouble in Killeen, but I also think you have to try to get in trouble in Killeen. Like I just think, I was an athlete, and so a lot of good athletes come from poor places, and so a lot of the good athletes in Killeen were from bad parts of town. Blah blah blah. And so we would hang out. We'll be cool with them, which potentially got us in trouble. But Killeen is the city, and the suburbs around it, or at least one part over here, is Harker Heights. That's where my parents' house is. That's the high school I graduated from. Um, so, like, for instance, kids from Harker Heights that graduated from Harker Heights High School, they say they're from Killeen to sound tougher. But, like, in reality, Harker Heights is nice. Like I said, my wife, I think she said it on here before. She's like, man, like you could walk out here at fucking 11 p.m. with the dog and you feel safe. Like there's no one coming to touch you. It's a nice place. Harker Heights is nice.
That's why Jalen's not hard, because he's from Harker Heights. It's impossible to have a tough personality if you come from that.
You know what I'm saying? Harker Heights is
Motherfuckers
nice.
say good morning to you in the morning.
Facts.
Neighbors. People ask you, are you supposed to be here?
Nah, facts. That's what I'm saying. Harker Heights is nice. But the thing is, like I said, Killeen is like separated by like 2 miles of highway. You drive 2 miles, like you see like the mall and like a couple other restaurants, and you're in Killeen. So like, if you want to go to a good barber, you go to Killeen. You want to get Puerto Rican food, you go to Killeen. Nothing is in Harker Heights except Walmart, like Krispy Kreme, like some more fancy shit, because it's a middle class part of town. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, a bunch. There's a lot more shit there now than when I grew up there. But like Harker Heights was literally the suburb housing project and a couple restaurants. Everything was in Killeen. Uh, so Killeen is a little rough. Harker Heights is not. That's what, like I said, that's where I graduated high school. That's where my house is. But I just, like I said, I put myself in those situations, which is why, like, a lot of times, people will be like, and then sometimes it's different for people, but people will be like, oh, well, he had these circumstances. It's hard to stay away from blah blah blah. It's just that's not always the case. Like I said, I went to a good high school. I was in a good home. I just did stupid shit because I was a kid, and like I guess technically, part of my environment was the kids that I played sports with who were from bad areas. But I still had the choice to just not do any of that shit, and I just did it because I was full of testosterone. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My parents used to whip me like it was going out of style. How many minutes away is Killeen from Harker Heights? If you're talking about the actual city limits, like the borders, it's not far at all. Like literally Killeen's one neighborhood over. But the bad parts of Killeen, 10, 15 minutes. Like, let me see if I can. Let me actually just look it up so I can give you like something accurate. I'll type in Killeen to Harker Heights and see what this is. Distance. So Google says it's 13 minutes away. Basically says it's like 6 miles away, which is pretty true. But like I said, there's the borders, which is not necessarily like the heart of each of those towns. the neighborhood that's like right in between, where you could be in that neighborhood, um, the Glen, Heather Glen. If you were in the Heather Glen neighborhood, you could either be in Killeen or Harker Heights. There's some people from Heather Glen that claim the gang. They're like Glen side, blah blah blah. And there's other people that are like, bruh, this is a fucking neighborhood. I just go to school. I just live here, whatever. So it's weird. Killeen's a big city, but it's small too. So have a good night. Inside. Igual, bro. Thanks for dropping in. I'll be different if I didn't come to Brooklyn at 8 years old. Yeah, you know, yeah, everywhere has rough parts. But what's important, like I said, is that we grow and we learn. And that's why I don't judge people too harshly, because, like I said, I did a lot of stupid shit. Um, and I think I had a lot of luck in life, bro. Just not even with violence, bro. Just doing dumb shit, bro, that I had no business doing. I think I was mainly smart. I think I didn't take a lot of chances, which is why I had luck with the times that I did dumb shit. But I still did dumb shit. I definitely had a lot of luck. I still remember this one time after a fight at a house party. We was like zooming out, and we are trying to make sure we were not getting caught by any cops. And so traffic, and then this is oncoming traffic. We zoomed into this lane. I zoomed into that lane to try to get around these cars, and we're going uphill. I didn't think about it. And so then I saw the lights. This car was coming full speed. I had to hit the brakes, swerve back over, and luckily, like, it was a gap in between these two cars, so I swerved right in between the gap when this person flew by. And like everyone in the car screamed, bro. I was screaming, like, and I was like, damn, that was stupid. Like, that was stupid as fuck. Like, I could have just got smashed right there, bro. And so, when I see people, like, kill people driving stupid fast or drunk or whatever, like, the first thing I think is like, fuck that dude. Like, he just killed somebody from reckless driving or drunk driving. I hope he gets locked up. And then I'm like, damn, I've done stupid shit before, bro. And I'm not saying it should go without punishment if there was things that happen as a result of your recklessness. Like I said, I got lucky, nothing happened. If you didn't get lucky, like, you still have to get punished. But in my mind, I'm more forgiving for what they did, because I'm like, that shit is not that much different than what I did. I just got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Fights. I literally know someone that punched someone one time on 6th Street. Punched this dude. He was drunk, hit the back of his head, and died. That dude is in jail for 30 years for punching somebody, bro. It's easy to be like, well, don't fight. Don't blah, blah, blah. Why would you punch someone for no reason over an argument? But I'm like, I've punched someone, bro. They just didn't die. Like, I got lucky. People don't think people are gonna die when they punch them. You don't think the person gonna hit the back of their head on the concrete, but it happens all the time. So I'm not very judgmental, man, because, like I said, I did a lot of stupid shit. Coyote Corner, man, what's going on, bro? Nothing much, man. We're just talking about whatever. Colin thinks he has PTSD. I hope you're okay. I hope you're dealing with that in a positive way somehow. But yeah, Mike, I mean, when I tell stories on here, you gotta think, bro, these are like, it's like 10 stories over the course of like 15 years. It's not like I was just like out every weekend doing some crazy shit. I just have memorable stories in my head, you know what I mean? And I think compared to most people, if we put our stories, if we laid them out, people would still say like this was a very safe dude. Like, he wasn't like, I never been like a go out dude like that. Partially because of that. Like, the times I would go out, I'd be like, this is crazy, bro. I can't do this. Like, I can't be getting into this stuff. So it might sound bad when I compile these stories like this, but I promise you, like, I was never a thug. I was never on no kind of crazy shit like that. Like just little random spots here and there. Like I said, that could have gone um, very differently. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm gonna. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. No judgment at all. I'm about to watch a QM movie. Wait, what movie you about to watch, bro? I'm kind of interested. I might watch it myself, bro. Que tengas una excelente noche. What is the movie, bro? Let me see if I can guess what movie it is. Oh. El cuerno de la abundancia. El cuerno de la abundancia. Dang, Mike, I didn't even get to tell you about my English teaching the last couple of days, bro. I have to talk to you more about it at a different time. This movie looks good. 2008. I wonder, how'd you run across this, bro? This looks mad random. Like, it looks good, but I just wonder how you stumbled across this movie. I'm gonna check it out though. Maybe if not tonight, then probably tomorrow sometime. My recommendations on YouTube are wild. I get random videos with like 40 views from Choco, Colombia, and random parts in Argentina. That's interesting. I feel like I need to start watching random shit so I can get some recommendations. Mike, remind me, you can text me if you want when you get off. Remind me to tell you about an actress. An actress. Just remind me to tell you about an actress. I don't want to say who she is on here because she didn't want her students to know that she was an actress. But there's someone that was an actress in Colombian TV shows that I know, like popular ones. And the series is on here on YouTube. It's free. But I'm gonna check out that Cuban movie. Anyways, salute. Thanks for dropping in, bro. Have a good night. I will catch you. How did I meet her, bro? I can't tell you because people gonna figure it out, bro. It's someone that's been in this chat before. Don't if you if you can think of it, don't say her name. But she's been in this chat before. She may or may not have had something to do with the gig that I just took. And for that reason, she wouldn't want people that are under her to know her history, that she might be a little bit famous. Yep. Exactly, bro. Exactly. We ain't gonna say her name, but like I said, if you, I feel like you know who it is, but if you don't, or if you just want to know more about it, like I said, text me. I'll tell you, or I'll send you the episodes too. This is a decent little show. It's an old Colombian show, huh? I just found out. I'll tell you when I get off of here, though. Colin is taking a smoke break. Hopefully, I'm still here when he's done smoking. All right, bro. Nos vemos. Who is still here? Who's still gonna be here after Mike leaves? Because Colin is taking a smoke break. I haven't heard nothing from Rolando in like an hour, so I feel like he's not still here. Coyote Cornerman dropped in, but he never replied, so I feel like he's not here. Who else? Let me scroll up the chat and see who might still be here. Another YouTube channel said he was leaving. There's 3 people in here right now, though. I feel like Rolando left. I know Colin went to take a smoke break, so his account would still be technically active. If you're in here right now, reveal yourself. Say anything, one little thing. If not, I'm gonna get the urge to get off the stream. Pause. Yeah, I know Mike is my real conversation starter. Colin is a good conversation catalyst too, but he's taking a smoke break, so I'll give it. Ooh, it's 11:11. Make a wish, y'all. I'm about to wish for some money. Okay. Everyone else, I'm gonna give it probably till 11:15. If nobody's talking, I'm gonna get off because I've been on here for an hour and a half. So that's a decent amount of time, especially for a Friday night, I think. Oh, Young Chimmy dropped new music. I gotta listen to that tonight. Oh, French Montana's on it. Young Chimmy, Foreign Tech, Young Chimmy, Southside, Young Chimmy and Marion. What? Hold on, bro. This looks lit. And he dropped a podcast with Chente. Bro, the fact that he went on Chente and Molusco, bro, that just means that he just dropped a fire album and he's doing promo for it. So I'm gonna have to check that out tonight. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, 2 more minutes. If Colin's not back, I'm getting off. Colin's back. What's up, man? I think it's just me and you, bro. It says there's 3 people in here, but nobody's talking, so I have to assume that the count is off. It's just me and you, bro. And if it's just me and you, I'll probably stay like 5 to 10 more minutes. Because I already been on for an hour and a half. But what's up? How's your Spanish learning going, bro? I feel like we haven't talked about that. Are you learning Not really. Why not, bro? Need to get back at it. Why have you fallen off? Trying too much different stuff. Listen, man. I don't know what your budget is, but I promise you, promise you. I don't know what level you're at either, but it doesn't matter. If you take classes with my guy from here, 2 months, in 2 months you'll be having conversations. Good conversations too. I promise you. It'll be much better than whatever you're doing right now. I can promise you that. Because he'll be very focused and he's a native speaker. So he'll be helping you directly. You'll be learning a lot of different stuff from him. I've never sent anyone to him that didn't become conversational. Now, what level you get to depends on how much work you put in outside of his classes and, how much Spanish you're willing to do on your own. But you still, even with just his work, you'll still become very, very conversational. Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I'm in Cali. You're in Medellin, right? You need to allocate the time, bro. Just 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, 2 or 3 times a week. If you got time to sit on here and talk to me, you got time to work on your Spanish, bro. For sure, for sure. I would much rather you be improving your Spanish than listen to me talk. As much as I appreciate having you here, I would much rather you in 2 or 3 months be like, yo, I'm having conversations, bro. How long you gonna be in Medellin, bro? Because I might get up there. Might get on up there, man. And congratulations on your marriage. I've been, mainly keeping up with it. I saw it happen. I saw at least parts of the video. I don't know that I watched all the videos, but I saw everything leading up to it and I saw it happen. So, congratulations. Um, Marriage is great. I've been married for almost 2 years. About to be 2 years in like 10 days. So, it's a good thing you did. I'm happy for you. Oh, you live there. Okay. I didn't know. I think I saw you like going back and forth or something. I didn't know if you were gonna move there or not. But that's dope. Yeah. So I'm sure at some point in time I'll get on up there. It's a little far away, but we want to visit Medellin. We want to visit Cartagena, and maybe some other places. So at some point in time, I should be up there. I think so. Maybe we could link up. Or if you ever come to Cali, let me know, bro. I don't know exactly how far we are from each other, but I know it's a little far. Let me see what the distance is. Oh yeah, that shit is far. 205 miles. How long would that take by bus? Ooh, yeah, that's like 8 to 10 hours, bro. It's like a 2 hour flight though. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. It's far. What island are your people from? Bro, are you Caribbean? I didn't know you was Caribbean. I feel like I know a lot about you and don't know a lot about you at the same time. Where are your people from, Derek? I'm interested now. I feel like I've been following you on Instagram for like years, bro. But I still don't know that much about you. Besides the fact that you be biking like a motherfucker and you ripped. But I don't really know nothing about your family and stuff. But yeah, now I'm interested. Ah, your family's from the Virgin Islands. Ah, that's dope. How you liking Medellin, bro? You feel good out there? You like it? I've been seeing a lot of I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have to deal with it same way I wouldn't, but I've been seeing a lot of crime in Medellin towards tourists, which I wouldn't put you in that category because you speak Spanish and you're with a Colombian woman, so you're not gonna be in random places doing random stuff. Like I said, same as me. I don't be out here doing crazy stuff to get in trouble. You know what I mean? But I just been seeing a lot of stories of people getting stabbed and shot in Medellin and robbed and stuff. And I know it's dumb tourists like speaking crazy English, being loud and flashy and stuff. So, but as an outsider, I'm definitely like, damn, that's a lot going on out there. So I was just wondering how you feel about it. Yeah. Fort Lewis. That's what I'm saying. It's been a long time. Cause I've been both been down with that for a while now. I've been out of the army completely since oof. I think the end of my reserve contract was 2000. The end of 2019. That's when I was completely finished. I wasn't even drilling really in 2019. I had to do my AT in June, and then I was really done after that. So really, 2018 was really my last year. 2018 was closing it up. But yeah, that's been a long time. It's like not that far away, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I've been out the army for a long time, bro. But yeah, I've been some YouTube channel I follow on here that just reports all of the crime against tourists in Medellin, and so I've been seeing a lot of that. There's not really a lot of tourists here in Cali, so there's not a lot of stuff like that happens. Like in all the time I've been here, I think we've met like one person that speaks English here. So Medellin can be dangerous, but you just have to know how to move, speak Spanish, and stay away from dangerous areas. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I didn't think you was gonna be a part of anything like that. Like I said, especially if you got a Colombian woman. Yeah. DC Born Rob. I couldn't think of his name, but yeah. I watched that channel, and I just be like, damn, this motherfucker reports something every day, bro. I suppose you probably could do something like that with Cali. You know, people say Cali is the most dangerous city in Colombia, but I think they just take the general statistics and don't account for the areas. And the bad areas here are bad, but you would never be there. Like I would never be in the hoods of Cali because that's just like you really got to go out of your way to get there, and they're poor as fuck. Like it's not like where I'm at right now. It's not something that you're gonna accidentally stumble upon. Um, so like I said, I don't know. Maybe someone could do reports like that here, but like I said, I'm an outsider looking into that city, and I just see DC Born Rob, and I'm just like, damn, there's a lot of stuff happening out there. And like I said, I know there's a lot more tourists in Medellin than there are in Cali. There's European tourists here sometimes. Like I go to like a salsa school, or I went. I should say I haven't been in a long time. And there was a lot of Europeans there, but they weren't English speakers. They were tourists, but they weren't English speakers. You know what I'm saying? Um, what about Southside Chicago? Yeah, that's dangerous. Hey, that's what I be telling people. People be like, "Bro, you in Cali? I saw that's the most dangerous city. Buenaventura and Cali are the most dangerous cities in Colombia." I'm like, "Bro, go to St. Louis, go to Chicago, go to LA. Motherfuckers will rob you, shoot you for no reason, bro." So like, I just don't be feeling in danger, bro. I'm not saying nothing can happen to me. I'm not saying I'm invincible. I just don't do stupid shit. And if something's gonna happen to me, it's the same thing that would have happened anywhere. But people be talking like the United States is just like a safe zone, and oh, you're in Colombia, this might happen to you. I'm like, bro, motherfuckers is stealing cars, carjacking people where I was at in Washington. So it's not like I was in like a utopia and left. It's like it's crime everywhere, bro. But on that same note, you wouldn't catch me in Southside Chicago. If I think somewhere's dangerous, you're not gonna see me there, bro. So that's why I said that's why I'm a little shaky about Medellin. Like, you know, I speak Spanish. I'm not worried about it like that. I'm worried about if there's crimes against everyone and it's just an unsafe place, period. I'm not worried about tourist crime that much. Um, so like I said, I just wouldn't speak English, so like I just wouldn't. And they wouldn't know. I just tell them I was from Cali or something. But yeah, everywhere's dangerous. You gotta know how to play the game everywhere you're at. You gotta be smart everywhere you're at. If people think they could go to St. Louis, Memphis, Miami, any of these places and be stupid and not get robbed and not get whatever, then they'll find out. They'll find out that everywhere in the world is the same. You can't flex in poor areas. You can't be showing your money in poor areas. It's just stupid. It's just common sense stuff. So that's what I tell people about here too. Like, Jake Paul's manager got shot in Medellin. And there was a YouTuber here that got shot in Cali a couple years ago. But like I said, it's always people like not to victim blame, but it's always people doing dumb shit. Motherfuckers got on $10,000 chains and Rolexes and stuff, and it's like, well, yeah, bro, like you got 3 years of someone's salary on your wrist, like, and motherfuckers is hungry. They might try to take that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not to dress nice. I'm not telling you to look raggedy, but at some point you gotta think, is this necessary? Do I need to put on this big ass chain and look like I'm flexing on people? You know what I mean? I know people here that wear, thin chains, watches. I actually know people that wear like pretty decent watches. But the more stuff you put on, the more you give off this energy that I have a lot of money. You are making yourself a target. You can call it victim blaming if you want to. I'm just saying, it's just reality. There's people that are hungry and you look like money. That's all I can say about that. If you want to take that chance, it's on you. I'm not gonna take that chance. I wear regular ass clothes. I think I look nice when I wear my clothes, but is anybody looking at me and saying, I think that motherfucker got 500,000 in his pocket? No. They might think I have something. Is it worth trying to take it? Maybe not. You know what I mean? There's probably someone else that's really a sucker that you could get money from. But yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get up there one day. I don't know exactly when, but I think in the next couple months for sure. I definitely want to explore more parts of the country because we just been in Cali. Now I love it here, but might as well explore while we're here, right? So What did Colin say? Looked at you when you went to the nightclub in your Queens hood. Yeah, I saw that video. I really need to start making content like that, but I just don't be feeling like pulling out my phone, to be honest. Like every time I do something, I'm like, I'll record in a second. And I just never record. And I just be like, damn, I should have recorded that night. It was lit, but I just never do. Have I been training in Colombia? Yeah, always. I go to a weightlifting gym and a boxing gym. So, kind of like I was doing in Washington. My priority in Washington was weightlifting because I was competing. Right now, I'm not competing. I am trying to get into a competition here, but I haven't done it yet. So, right now, I literally do 50-50. So, Monday, I go to a weightlifting gym. Tuesday, I go to the boxing gym, do my sparring and shit like that. Wednesday, go to a weightlifting gym. I just go back and forth. When I was in Washington and competing, I would have my weightlifting schedule and I would just fit in boxing where I could. But right now, like, I'm just out here, so I'm just doing both. And, it feels good, man. It feels good because I don't have any competitions coming up, so I'm not, like, really pushing it on either. Like when you're taking one sport very seriously, sometimes you got to push through pain and stuff like that. But right now, I can just listen to my body and just train hard. But if someday my knees hurt, I just be like, I'm just not gonna do this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lift hard. Or if something feels weird when I'm boxing, I'll be like, I'm just not gonna, like, nah, not today, bro. Like, I'm not gonna get hurt while I'm out here because I'm stupid. If it's a freak accident, it's one thing. If I got no competitions coming up, I'm just working out, bro. I feel like showing off probably goes back to evolutionary psychology, the way animals like peacocks try to attack males and whatnot. I mean, yeah, definitely. That's why dudes stunt. Like you're not stunting for no reason. You're doing it to get girls. But in the same sense, if you want to compare it to animals, like if you're trying to get those girls and you're flexing, what are you doing it for? Competition. You're competing against other dudes that are probably doing the same thing. And so now you got a flock of haters. So, like I said, you just made yourself a target, bro. Started cycling a lot in Colombia, but I started to get really skinny and soft. So I cut cycling in twice a week. I need my strength. Yeah, definitely want to be balanced. I doubt you were getting skinny. You probably felt like you was getting skinny, but you're a pretty ripped dude, bro. But yeah, no, I feel you. Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I'm boxing too much, and I'm like, damn, bro, I lost too much weight. I need to make sure I ain't doing too much of this shit. But then I feel the opposite way. Like if I spar some dude and like he's mad skinny or mad lean, and he's got way more, like long term stamina. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. Like if I was a little bit lighter, I'll fucking work this dude. But I gotta conserve my energy because I can't go 8, 10 rounds straight right now. You know what I mean? Because I'm heavier. So there's pros and cons to everything. It's all about what you're going for in that moment. Like I said, when I was in Washington with my coach, my weightlifting competitions were the priority, so I wouldn't care if I was out of boxing shape. But like right now, when I'm in there working, bro, I'm like, nah, I need to go a little bit harder because like some of these dudes don't know. When I was really in boxing shape, I would have fucked them up. But right now, I'm just like, you know what I mean? So I gotta pick and choose. I gotta pick my shots wisely because I'm like, I ain't got unlimited energy. I'm a little heavy right now, so. Orlando, where you been, bro? You disappeared for like an hour and a half. I thought you was gone, bro. Rolando, I started teaching English, man. Shit's hard, bro. It's hard. I was telling Mike about it earlier via text message. But teaching a language in a language that's not your first language really makes you step back and be like, wow, this is crazy, bro. It was not 20 minutes, bro. It was like an hour. Let me, I'm about to go back and see when your last comment was. The last thing you said before you disappeared was this guy who shot and killed a guy because he spit on his face in Houston. What time was that at? It actually doesn't show me the time, so you're lucky. I didn't even see that comment. That's crazy. Teaching English sounds like a pain in the ass. It is, bro. It is. The craziest thing is like this girl's trying to take a test in like 10 days, bro. And she needs to be at like a B1 level of English. And so we're trying to get her there. And it's tough, man. It's tough. And you realize those inconsistencies when you're trying to teach someone else the language. You're like, yeah, I know it doesn't really make sense, but that's how it is in English. Like, sorry, like that's just how it works. Um, but it's cool, It's like I said, it's cool to teach. I like teaching. Most of my teaching has been strength and conditioning, so it's a different kind of teaching. I'm teaching someone to use their body, but it's still teaching. So I still enjoy teaching in this sense. I didn't know how I would feel about it, but I do. I like it. It's a little bit different, and it's definitely challenging for my Spanish because up until now, all my Spanish has been either teaching physical stuff or just random stuff that I have experience in. But I've never been in an academic setting in Spanish. So, or I should say, on the teaching side of things. So, having to tell someone to do this, that, and the other, or explaining something in Spanish about English. I'm like, bro, I've just never said this before. Like, it's just weird, bro. Like, just little small stuff, like match this word with this word. Like, you just never say that in real life. It's a very specific teaching phrase, like match this word with this word, or match the similar words. And you're just like, oh damn, I need to think of a good way to say that. So it's a little challenging, but it's fun though, and it can only improve my Spanish, so I'm okay with it. But I hope that in 10 days, when she has to take that test, she does good. Like kind of like you said, too many inconsistencies, man. Like I feel so bad because Spanish is so phonetic. So when Spanish speakers are trying to learn English, they say the words how they look, and I'm like, I get why you did that because that would make sense in Spanish, but in English, we're fucking stupid, and so we don't say the word like that. Yes, it's Arkansas, but no, it's Kansas. It's not Arkansas, it's Arkansas, but it's Kansas. It's Massachusetts. Oh, that word? That's Worcester. I know it looks like Worcester, but it's not Worcester. It's Worcester. Why? Because it is. Fuck you. That's just how English works. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone could get Worcester without knowing that it's spelled like that. There's no way you could guess that that's how it's said. Bop, 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 bop. Even the sauce. I think most people. I don't know if I've ever actually heard someone say Worcestershire. Worcestershire, right? They always say like Worcester or something like that. They always say something weird. Like I'm talking about native English speakers. No one ever says Worcestershire. They say Worcester or something weird. So motherfuckers in English can't even say it right. How can I expect someone that doesn't speak the language to pronounce something like that the right way? Damn, it's 11:41. It's crazy. Crazy. I think I'll stay on until 11:45 if nobody else is on. That should put me right about. Oh damn! I already passed that. It's the French way of spelling it. Arkansas. French has had way too much influence in English. But it's not even just French. It's so many different languages, which is why the language is fucking stupid. Because it's like four different languages mixed together, and you never really know which one you're pronouncing unless you're like a spelling bee genius. Because they're like, which language does it come from? Latin? Okay, it's this. But regular people don't know that shit, bro. So they're just guessing, basically. You know? Pronounce Z in England? You mean Z? I don't know if that's what you're asking. Worcestershire? I say Worcester. It's Worcestershire. But there's a town in Boston that's called Worcester. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat. Worcester. And if you say it wrong, they automatically know you're not from there. It's Worcester. Yeah, most people would never ever say that the right way. Everyone there says Worcester. Like, hands down. What's I'm saying? How you get Worcester out of that? Worcester. Worcester? Come on, bro. That shit looks like Worcester or Worcester, depending on what you want to say. But it doesn't look like Worcester. So, like I said, I feel bad for people that are learning English. Because, like, and you know what? I've had this argument with people before. People are like, English is one of the easiest English, one of the easiest languages to learn. I'm like, no, it's not, bro. I think it's one of the easiest languages to communicate in, but I don't think it's one of the easiest languages to master because there's so many things that are like straight up. You had to have heard it or learned it before. There's no way you could read it and know. And so it's just straight up like if you if you didn't have any experience with it, you can't say it the right way. And so like you could never fool a native English speaker into thinking you were a native English speaker. Because I was like, yeah, I would never say that. Like no one says that. But you have to have a lifetime of living in English to know that. Whereas like in a phonetic language, you could read something and be like, I know it's said like this because the language is phonetic. Spanish, Arabic, they're pretty phonetic. Spanish is super phonetic. Um, so you don't really have to know the word to know how to say it, but in English you kind of do. So it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Uh, all of our vowels, all of our consonants, depending on where they fall in the sentence, they're always different. That's why Spanish speakers they can almost never get it right. Like motivation, nah, it's motivation. I know, yeah, the I makes the sound, the T makes that sound, but in this sentence it doesn't though. It's motivation. It's not motivation. We just don't talk like that. You know what I mean? So English is tough, man. English is tough. Easy to speak to someone because you could say want water. Oh, you want some water? Okay, cool. But for you to say you want some water to get to that level, it's a little bit complicated. Most languages, especially Romance languages, they have different forms of I am. You got ser, estar. In English, you don't have that. I am young. I am angry. It's just the same thing. Like states of being are permanent, temporary. They're the same shit in English. Oh, I'm 31. You're 31? No, you're not 31. You have 31 years. No, I'm 31. What? Like once you learn another language, like once you're familiar with the way other languages work, like saying I am 31 sounds stupid as fuck. Like it sounds weird to me now to say I am 31. No, I'm Jalen. I'm not 31. But in English I'm 31. I'm 31 years old. You're 31 years old? Yes, I'm 31 years old. It's like I'm saying my name's 31 years old. That shit's weird, bro. I used to think saying you have 31 years is weird. No, that's not weird. You have 31 years on Earth. That makes sense. To say I am 31? That's weird as fuck, bro. So I understand why people learning English are like, what are you talking about, bro? That makes no sense. I'm going off on a little rant there, but yeah. Houston. Houston, pronounced more European. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. That reminds me of a little argument that I was having in a group chat today. This dude said that you could never be fluent in Spanish if you are Latino and didn't grow up with Spanish speakers. And he said the reverse. You can never be fluent in English if you aren't from America or England. And I was like, why? And he said, because you'll never understand nuances and expressions, and there's too many different words and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, that's like saying if you can't understand a British accent, like somebody from Liverpool, that you aren't fluent because there's another place where they speak differently. I don't know. You're just all over the place. But I was like, I just don't think that's true. Just don't think so. I once heard a lady from Uruguay say, how many years do you have? Yeah, it makes sense. When you translate the English to other languages like Spanish, to ask, how old are you? It's actually really weird. Like, how old are you? Which is why sometimes we make it funny and say, I'm 31 years young instead of saying old. But really, it's a weird phrasing of how many years do you have on earth to say how old are you, to say that like ever since you've been born you're just getting older, dog. Or how fucking old are you? 31? You're old as fuck, bro. Like house, like Houston, Houston, Austin. Well, in Britain and the larger parts of the Caribbean they don't say h's, so then I'll have to think you're saying Austin, Houston. I don't know how you would be saying that. You know what always bothered me? Colin, you might not think anything about this. Caribbean people, British people, they don't pronounce H's, but they say H like H. And I'm like, how you gonna not pronounce H in a sentence, but you say H? What? That's insane. So people say Oni, Ani, but if they say letter H, they say H. Like lots of British people say, "Oh man, he got like a grievous bodily harm." They say he caught a case. He caught a GBH. But if they said a word that had H in it, they would say oni, om. Like, why are you saying H, but you don't pronounce the ha in this in a word? I don't even want to think about it, bro. Don't get me started. That's one of those things that's just crazy, insane. Jamaica, yes, definitely Jamaica. But like I told you, Jamaica has a large influence on Brits. Whew. I said I was potentially gonna get off of here at 11:30. Now it's 11:50. I can go till midnight. This conversation's interesting. We're in interesting territory right now. It's a German name? What's a German name? Houston? You know what else I think is weird? Ellen. Yeah, exactly. I figured you knew what I was talking about. What I think is weird is non translatable things. Technically, nothing is translatable. Okay, bedtime. 12 o'clock? Right now? 2 minutes. Okay, I got a 2 minute warning. So I'll say this. What I think is weird is that technically nothing is translatable. Every language has their own meaning and words to stuff. But there's some things that are just like straight up like, nah, that doesn't exist in other languages. I always think that's weird. Like, why is this not a word in other languages? For instance, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, cicote. Colombia, pecueca. It's a specific word to talk about feet smell. Like the way your feet stink. It's a specific word, cicote or pecueca. We don't have that in English. Like, we got musty that refers to your underarms, but we don't have a feet smell. Like, you could just say someone's feet stink or their feet smell bad, but there's no specific word to refer to feet stink. So I'm always like, why did we never come up for something? Why did we never come up with something for that? Remember how I told you that the H in my town, Humble, is silent? Apparently the reason why is because his name was the founder, and he was from a part of England where H's are not pronounced. H's are not pronounced in any part of England, bro. H's are not pronounced. That's what my point was. In the Caribbean, in Jamaica at least, in Jamaica and Britain, H's are not pronounced. But you say the letter as H. You will always hear them say that. I got 1 more minute, y'all. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, pecueca, right? That's crazy. Or like here also they say chucha. Chucha refers to the smell that your armpits make. Chucha. We like technically musty refers to your armpits in English, but it's not specifically for your armpits. It's like you could be a musty person, like, oh, this dude's musty. But you could be musty because your whole body stinks though. Like, oh, this dude's musty, bro. Most of the time people are referring to armpits, but it's still not a specific term. Whereas like chucha is like the smell that your armpits make. Pecueca is the smell that your feet make. And I'm like, why? Like, how did that develop in this language over hundreds of years and we just never came up with that shit? Entreceja. How come we don't have a word for this in English right here, bro? Entreceja. How come we don't have that? Entradas, the part where you start losing hair as a man. How come we don't have that word in English, bro? That's weird. Apparently the H was pronounced in Latin, but we lost it in the Romance languages. But we pronounce H's. Oh, okay. Well, okay. English is not a Romance language. Okay, that's fair. But in England, they don't pronounce it. I thought it meant something different. You thought what meant something different? Chucha? What did you think it meant? You're probably thinking of Kuka, bro. In Colombia, chucha is the smell that your armpits make. You're either thinking of chocha or you're thinking of kuka, but those are two different words. Yeah, chocha is a woman's part, kuka is a woman's part. Kuka is technically a cookie too, but whatever. Kuka is a woman's parts, chocha, but chucha is a totally different word. Not even close to the same. Which brings me back to my original point before I get off of here. You should take lessons with my friend, bro. Yes, I'm partially saying that because he's my friend. But what I'm saying is he's a really good teacher. If you don't believe me, look at my videos. There was a girl named Bria who had a full conversation with me in Spanish on YouTube after 10 weeks of learning with him. 10 weeks. That's, a little over 2 months. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, guys. Not like my wife could beat me up, but she can threaten to beat me up. So it's probably best that I get off of here now because she said 2 minutes and it's been 2 minutes. Any questions, concerns, whatever, hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever. Ah, damn, Colin. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Colin, you got, you know, Colin, I'm gonna put my number in the chat because I don't really think there's anyone here right now. Rolando already has my number. Take my number. Tell me when you got it so I can end the live. Take my number, text me. I will send you his business card that has his Instagram and his WhatsApp on it, and then you can hit him up and negotiate prices or whatever the fuck you guys want to do. So let me know when you got that number saved or something like that. And then I will cancel that shit, screenshot it, and just be like, got it. And then I'm gonna get off of here for tonight. Hopefully there's no weirdos lurking that got my phone number now. You got it? I'm assuming you got it, so hold on, I need to delete this shit. Just in case someone watches the replay and stalks me and they get my fucking number. I'm assuming you got it, so I'm gonna delete that message right now and then I'm gonna get off the live. Just say yes or fucking something so I know you got it. I got my notifications off. So if you're saying you did call me, I don't know if you did. I turned my notifications off for like all apps. I'm gonna assume you got it. It's been a while now, so if you don't have it, leave a comment on a video or something. I'll fucking just, okay, you got it. All right. I'm getting off.
Are you?
Yeah, I had to give him Will's information. See what happens when I don't get off, y'all? That's your fault. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday. Today's Friday. Yeah, 2 days from now, about the same time. I'll see y'all. Peace. Have a good night.